What's up, y'all? We got Throwback Thursday, another episode, and this is pure off-road racing game. A lot of people, man, I know you like what pure. What is that? Well, back, man, a few years ago when it came out, I actually enjoyed the game. I really did. Um, because I'm not like an off-road racing fan or whatever. I didn't really necessarily, when you're not like a hardcore fan of a sport, that's when you really kind of don't really. It doesn't bother you as much when it's not realistic because you don't do it. You can't really relate to it, but there's an aspect of it that's fun because you kind of notice that like when you look at NBA games, you see the people who prefer to play like NBA Street, NBA Home Court, or NBA Ballers and that sort of thing. The people who like kind of prefer those games over like NBA 2K or NBA Live, those are the people who like they probably not as like hardcore basketball fans as like somebody like myself or somebody else. Same thing with people who like would prefer MLB The Bigs or over the show, or they prefer NFL Street over Madden. They're not probably hardcore fans. Now, I mean, don't get me wrong. Now, I play a little bit of NBA 2K. I might play a little bit of home court. You know what I mean? But when it really comes down to it, and I want to play some video game basketball, I'm going for 2K because it's the best basketball out there, right? But I'm the opposite when it comes to sports like off-road sports. I really would rather play something that's a little bit more over the top, a little bit more exciting because I don't know enough about the sport itself. I should know that you can't put your knee out off on an off-road vehicle that close to the ground. You tear your whole pelvis out of whack. I should know that. But you know what I'm saying? I don't know enough about the sport to notice the little nuances and be like, now that just wouldn't happen. You know what I mean? I don't know enough, about that kind of thing, so I can't really trip. But what I do enjoy and appreciate is this game. Like I said, this game came out some years ago, right? Graphically, the backdrops, as far as from a racing game, and if you just look at the terrain, and if I'm getting real acquainted with the terrain because I keep face planting and back planting and butt planting and neck planting all in the floor. But just look, I mean, look at the way like the ground reacts, the dirt popping up, and all that. And then when you come around this water part, I mean, the way that water, the light reflects across the water, and then also, when you drive through it, the little splash up. I mean, man, that looks pretty real. I mean, that really does look pretty real. It looks pretty sick. So, I was impressed with that back then, and now coming back playing the game after a while, I'm still impressed. And we already moved into next gen and all of that. So this was a game that I like. Now don't get me wrong, don't get it don't take Throwback Thursday to mean that every single time I do something on Throwback Thursday means I like the game. Cause that just don't mean that. Cause I'm gonna do some stuff sometimes that I did not like, like I think I did, Pro Evolution, one of those, and shouldn't say I didn't like it, but that certainly wasn't the game that you know what I'm saying, that I prefer. The soccer game that I prefer. I think I did NHL 2K9. That wasn't my like favorite hockey game. So I'm just kind of grabbing stuff, and I got an order in which that I'm going, but I don't really want to tell people like how I'm making the choices of what I'm, what sport I'm covering when I do Throwback Thursday, because I don't want nobody to be able to guess like, oh, well, it's probably gonna be this. I think it's cool to like have it be a surprise, like, what game is he gonna feature in Throwback Thursday this week. So I don't know, maybe I'm delusional, maybe y'all don't even really care. That might be the case. I don't know. But just allow me to play this game within myself and let me believe that. Okay? So right now what you're doing is, that was kind of the tutorial that I was doing there. You're picking the character. I think they do a pretty good job of kind of creating a character, creating a little, backstory for him slightly. It's not a lot of talk that goes on, which is one of the things that I think racing games are most guilty of. I think racing games, because you don't get a chance to do a lot of stuff individually with the with the driver or the racer or whatever. You don't get to do a lot of stuff with them, right? So to me, it would be like smarter to like really try to really go all out to give this person a personality, just to kind of bring it out. And I just don't think that any racing game really does that. Now, what you see here now, this really like customizing your vehicle in this game. They wasn't playing. They ain't talking about just throw some colors on here, man. It kind of gets deep. You got to do. I had to make. I had to customize parts of this type of vehicle that I didn't even know existed, man. It was nuts. So this is the vehicle you see that I customized. I kind of cut it short because it took me a while to do it because I just said I was going to do every part. And it took a while. So, but this is a full out race, and you see, this is kind of dope because all of these vehicles are out here. Now we're going to separate at some point because I'm going to start doing a lot of crashing. And we started doing a lot of crashing and changes things around a little bit. And then you drive all off. See, man. You know what? You know what I just kind of realized? I just realized. I recorded this gameplay before, but I just realized something now that I'm recording my voiceover right now. Graphically, animation-wise and everything, I think I figured out what it is about the charm of this game that I like. It reminds me of Trials. And I think that Trials is dope. And I think that this game has a very similar personality to Trials. Now, I don't know whether or not I got to kind of do some homework and look at the developers and stuff like that. Perhaps there were some of the same guys that worked on this, guys or girls that worked on this, that worked on Trials. So that would make some sense. But that's what it just hit me as I'm doing this voiceover. Something I just saw right there that looked, just kind of brought it to my attention like Trials. So I think see, but you don't want to do that. See, ain't nothing down there. See? Oh yeah. That definitely looks like Trials there, the way your body just kind of lays like limp after you do something stupid and have a crash. I mean, the crashes are super cool here. It is good to try to win a race. Also, you see the little meter down there at the bottom? That gives you your opportunity to use like your boost. Oh man, that hurt. Almost kind of like nitrous in some of the other racing games. So I'm using it as much as I can, but you see it ain't really working out because I'm 16th out of 16. But I tell you what though, even though I'm losing like really bad, I'm having fun playing this game. I am having fun. I think that if you have any kind of desire or any type of interest at all in this type of a racing game, I think, look at that. That looks dope. I think you can find some enjoyment in this because I certainly do and certainly have when I played it. I don't know. I doubt strongly that the online servers are still available for this game, but online races could be really intense depending on how many different people can play. I have to look that up too. I'm not sure. But yeah, man, I dug this. I kind of dug this. So, if you guys, I mean, this might be one that might be worth a rent, or you know what I mean, if you can find it cheap enough in the little bargain basement jump off, it might be even worth you going ahead and purchasing it if you've never seen this and you kind of got an itch to play this type of a game. So that's really, man, that's going to be mostly it, what I have for this particular game. Y'all stay tuned next week for the Throwback Thursday episode. Next week is going to be really bananas. You're going to be like, I'm either going to have people start clicking unsubscribe, which I hope y'all don't do. I'm just tripping. But I'm either have that or people going to be like, man, you really went nuts with this. You just picked something that we ain't had no idea you were going to pick. And probably people would be like, I didn't even know they even made these games unless you somebody who actually plays this particular sport. So I'm not gonna give it away, but oh Jesus, that hurt. Oh yeah, oh man, oh, and then fell all the way down hell when it happened. I ain't gonna give it away though. Like I said, I ain't gonna give it away. Y'all just stay tuned for that next week, next Thursday. And as you can see, I'm back on track, getting the videos out on time, which was something that I had a problem with the last 2 weeks. It's been real busy, real hectic on the writing side and video side, working on a lot of projects. I do not mean to neglect my subs. I appreciate y'all. Y'all subscribe, follow. Peace.